Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. Today I'm reviewing the most awaited PAC X Sarah Beyond Dreams collection. Of course Sarah doesn't need any introduction, so I'm not even going to go there, but even if you are teeny tiny bit into makeup, then you would know that Sarah collaborated with PAC Cosmetics and they have a collection where you get a set of brushes, 2 blush, a sponge, a pizza puff and a hydrating mist. So in true Sarah fashion, I've done the unboxing. Basically I've tried to take you through the whole experience from unboxing to my first impressions of the products, the packaging, and doing this look with the entire collection. Also, once you're done with this video, do consider subscribing. That would mean the world to me. And now let's continue watching. In true Sarah fashion, I've not even unboxed the package yet because you know she likes to take us through the whole experience, which is why I want to take you guys through the journey of me unpacking this, really seeing the products for the first time and just instantly falling in love with it, because of course I've seen the product online and I know how it's going to look like. By the way, I ordered mine from Tira. Alright, I see it already. So this is the Dare to Dream brush kit. Do you see the holographic shift happening on the cardboard itself? That's crazy to me. And then we have got all the other products. So we have the blush and the spray. Wait a second, where is the sponge? Do I not have the sponge? I think the sponge should be in this. So more than other products, I think I'm most excited about the brush kit. So let's first unbox that. I forgot that we get a pouch in here. This, of course, she has got us this beautiful pouch, and here is the iconic holographic zip going on. I mean, the attention to detail in this one is amazing. So alright, so first off we have this puff. By the way, my first ever pizza puff was from PAC. I remember it was a new launch and it seemed very interesting to me and I immediately bought it, and from that point on I very rarely powder my under eyes with a regular sponge or a brush. I always use one of these. And then we have the sponge. Again, very interested to see how this looks, because again, of course, I've seen all of this online. Oh, okay, that is a unique shape. Again, never seen something like this before, and I'm curious to see how this would perform and really is different from other sponges for under eyes. Now we have got all of the brushes. So, oh wow, that feels so premium yet not very heavy. Like, it's the perfect amount of weight. This one seems just perfect. So we have PAC X Sarah written over here, and then the name of the brush on the other side, which is the master brush, and that is the bristles. I think she nailed the bristles. I love me a brush with such density, especially for my foundation and basically my base. I think this kind of density works just perfect, where it's not too dense but it's also not very loosely packed. And then we have got the concealer perfection brush, and that's the bristles. Again, I think this would perfectly fit into the contours of your under eye, so that's perfect. We now have an eyeshadow brush which looks something like this, and this is called the blending mastero brush. And then we have a fan brush. Again, have never seen such a tiny detailed fan brush. I hope it's called fantastic highlight brush. Then we have brow buddy brush. So you get a spoolie on one side and then an angled brush on the other side. And then lastly we have the shadow applicator brush, which is more tapered and more petite. Now we have the dewy hydrating mist, the outer carton. Oh my god, I think I have to take a minute to just see this and appreciate this, guys. This feels and looks so whimsical up close. I don't think my camera will do any justice, but I can stare at it for hours. That's how it's. There's something about it, okay? There's something about it. Did not expect the packaging to be so cool and so innovative and so whimsical. Like, whimsical is the only word I'm getting at, because I'm mesmerized, speechless, cannot wait to use this. And then of course we have the liquid blushes. These are called dewy liquid blush. So that is the packaging of the dewy liquid blush. Again, I cannot begin to explain how stunning it looks in person. Let's get started. I will of course first use the dewy hydrating mist to just prep my face, hydrate my face for the makeup. Again, have heard nothing but great things about the mist. So let's do a mist aerosol spray test, I guess. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so two things I noticed. Firstly, it doesn't drench your face in a few spritz, which is a good thing, but at the same time you do require quite a few spritz just to feel the spray on your face. That's just something that I've noticed, but I think the spray is phenomenal. But I actually love the fact that it doesn't spritz out a lot of product at once, because then you have barely any control over how much mist you have on your face, so that's good. I'm just touching it to understand how it feels. It feels nice and hydrated, that's for sure. Doesn't feel sticky or anything, but it almost feels, you know how your skin feels after you're done with like a nice hydrating toner? That's how my skin is feeling like right now. Also, I think it has given a nice shine to my forehead, which is great. But for now, I think my skin is all ready and prepped for some makeup. I'm using my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter, and I will use the concealer brush to blend this, because I really want to use that unique sponge that we have got for the under eye, because I know the concealer brush will work, so I really want to use the other brush for my actual concealer. And let's see, let's blend this one out. All I have to say is Sarah understood the assignment on the density of brushes. These are just perfect. I already know these are going to be my favorite brushes. Moving on. For my foundation, I have my PAC HD Liquid Foundation. Time to use one of my favorite brushes from this collection, the Master Brush. And let's go. Okay. As expected. Seamless blend, guys. But look at the bristles, you guys. Look at it. Like, I don't think the brush has absorbed any of the product. Like, at least I don't think so, especially even after touching it, because you know how brushes can feel almost like moist and thick after you have used a liquid foundation. This one doesn't feel like that. That's so crazy to me. Like, look, it just feels dry, like I haven't even touched it. It's crazy to me, because of course I've done a full blending of foundation. Let's now move on to concealer. I'm just using a teeny miny, if I can get it out, drop of my NYX Bear With Me concealer. Alright, it's now time to test this unique shape of a blender. I will be using the mist to just dampen it a little. I'm first trying the triangle side. Ooh. I get it. Like, I think the hold of this is what makes it different. Of course, it's blending beautifully, no doubt. But you see what I'm talking about? Like those tiny sponges, I again bought it many years ago, but then never repurchased it because it was really awkward and just almost difficult to hold it. And I was like, what's the point? I can just use my normal sponge. But I get it, like you can actually hold it and almost like squish it as per your desire and blend your concealer out. And this actually is blending again beautifully, and I think this is really unique, and I don't think you should underestimate this tiny package. All right, so it's now time for blushes. I think I'm gonna do one on each cheek, because how else am I gonna try the two blush shades, am I right? So I'm trying out the shade Fudge Me Not first. I'm just going to do a drop of this. So this is Turkish Delight and this is Fudge Me Not. Fudge Me Not is clearly very coral, and Turkish Delight has that very nice pinky tone to it. I'm now using the concealer perfector brush once again to blend this out. Wow, oh my god, that again, the blend is seamless and very quick. Let's blend Turkish Delight. I think both of these are stunning. I'm having a little bit of difficulty clearly deciding which one I like more. Which one do I like more? I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have a preference, because I clearly right now do not have a preference. I think both look stunning. Stunning. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna do one more layer of each, and this time on the opposite cheek, because I of course want to have like a even blush and not two different shades of blush. and let's see how much we can build this up. And clearly it's a dewy blush because there's no hint of matteness whatsoever, which I actually appreciate because I have a lot of matte blushes sitting in my collection which I rarely reach out to, so I'm happy with this. So this is how much you can build up after 2 layers, which I think is amazing because we love a buildable blush. We don't want a blush which deposits like crazy and then we are there blending it out for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Nobody wants that. So this is just perfect. Let's now set my makeup in place with one of these pizza puffs. Again, we have the lettering PAC X Sarah written over here. Also, in case you guys are curious as to how this compares to the original PAC pizza puff, I've got it for you right here. As you can see, this is loved and abused. I use it a lot, almost every single day. But so this feels kind of more premium. I think that's the only difference I can tell, but these again have very similar texture, and I think the PAC X Sarah one is a tiny bit more bigger. Not much of a difference, but yes, in case you were curious. So I've of course used this puff before and I know how it works. So firstly, my biggest tip would be, of course you are going to capture a lot of the product. Don't directly go in, tap most of the product out, so much so that you should basically see like a very light veil of powder almost, and then set your under eyes. Especially if you have dry skin, guys, this is the trick, okay? Don't apply too much powder. So we have this nice detailed highlighter brush. So I'm using a Colourpop Lunch Money highlighter, but let's see how this distributes. Okay, in all honesty, this brush is not my favorite just because I like a brush which gives an even distribution throughout this whole C-section on my face. It's not bad, it's doing the job well, but I just like a bigger brush. With a bigger brush, I would have been able to cover this entire section, which I kind of like to highlight the whole thing and not just here. But I mean, if you are into, you know, detailed highlighter application, I think this would be perfect for makeup artists. Like that's where I see, you know, like those makeup videos of professional makeup artists where they're adding like a light layer of highlighter for those finishing touches. I think this would be perfect. Okay, you know what I'm going to do before we move on with the eyes? Use that hydrating mist once again just to see what happens. Does it move my makeup? I know this is not a setting spray technically, but I'm curious to see what happens if I just want to use on top of my makeup. Will this move it? Will this separate it? I was carefully examining my makeup there, but I can tell you nothing has moved, nothing has separated, which is great. So for eyeshadow brushes, we have got these two. One is more fluffier, of course, for an overall blend, and then another one is a little bit more detailed. Yep, as expected. I'm telling you, like at this point I'm like, something might not be perfect, Akriti. Just find out, because people will think this is a biased review. I'm telling you, I know this might seem biased because I love Sarah. But everything is working beautifully, you guys. I have no complaints. Now let's try the other brush. For detailed application, I'm using the black. Okay. Again, what do I even say at this point? I know I sound like a broken record. Then just realizing this is not really matte black. It's more like a greenish black, you know, which actually matches perfectly with my dress today. Now since they don't have a flat shader brush in this collection for the shimmer application, I'm just going to use my fingers. I will be using this shade from the Swiss Beauty Luster palette. So now to test out this other angle brush, I will use the same shade and reapply the shadow that is almost invisible now, and I'm sure this is going to give me a nice definition as well. But I mean, it's an angled brush, guys. It will work well with, of course, your eyebrows, but also to create any sharp edges or sharp lines with your shadow or any graphic liner thingy that you're doing. All done. I'm gonna add finishing touches, mascara, lipstick and everything, and I shall be right back and we'll wrap up the video. Okay dokie, so I am back. I just added the final touches, lip information and other information as well. I'll leave it in the description box below just in case you guys are curious. And with that, we have come to an end of this video. Overall, this collection, if I have to describe it, is really phenomenal. Everything feels luxe, premium, just works really well, exactly how you would expect them to work. And yeah, Sarah understood the assignment. That's all I've got to say. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel. You can click on the bell notification right next to it, here or here. Click on it. That way you'll be notified when I post next. And you can follow me on Instagram right over here, and I'll see you in my next video.